Look at this, guys. I've got an orange flag over here. Is this one I just forgot to take down? Okay. Welcome to Retired for Life. I'm your host, Brian. I retired a few years ago after 30 years in a factory job as a machinist in a millwright. I needed to rediscover what life could really be like. When we purchased this property, the house had stood empty for over a year, and the property had been badly ravaged by poor logging practices. Since my retirement, I've been working to renovate the home and restore the surrounding forest to its natural beauty and attract wildlife back to the property. Join me as I learn about nature and working with wood to create the backdrop for this new chapter of our lives. Well, folks, it is getting close to the end of the month. So I need to get out and check the trail cameras and see what we've got on them. But because of these last 3 storms we've got, the only option I have got now to get to these cameras is by snowshoe. That's going to be an adventure in itself. So that's what we're going to do on today's video, is get things all geared up and head out and check the cameras and see how they've done through these storms. But the first thing I want to do is put the drone up in the air, and we're going to have a look around and see if we can spot trails. So the wildlife will not have been moving around very much because of all the snow that we've got. So I'm hoping that we can get up above here and go in the direction of some of our cameras and have a look down and see if we can tell whether the deer have been out since those storms. Now today, it's a beautiful day. There's a bit of a breeze. It's relatively mild. It's above freezing, so can't complain about that. So let's put the drone up and have a look around and see what we can see.
Home point updated.
All right, there we go. Yeah, the wind is going to be a bit of an issue. We'll get some altitude here without getting too high. All right, that should be enough. All right, so I can see my old ATV trail there. Yeah, okay, so I'm not really able to see too much here. Okay, I can hear the drone coming back to us. Yep, there's the storage tent, and I see the drone. So here's a little tip for you that applies to this particular drone, the DJI 4 Pro. I'm going to slip this into sport mode, and now I can put my hand underneath it and lower this down And now it sees my hand, it's not taking off. I'm just gonna pull the stick down, hold it down, and then I can just catch it. And I don't have to flip it upside down or anything crazy like that. It will just shut off. There we go, nice and easy. All right, let's put the drone away and get ready to head out. This is gonna be quite a walk, but we'll do what we can to get out there. All right, folks, we got our snowshoes on. Got the backpack here with me with some gear in it and some water and some snacks. Because this is gonna be a real slog. All right, we got a long way to go. Let's get moving. All right, this is gonna take a while. It'll be interesting to see what kind of tracks there are out there. Sure is pretty out here. We'll see you at the first camera. All right, folks, there is our first camera. That's a Guard Pro A3. All right, this is camera number 5. I'm gonna turn it off. So I like this size card. It's easy to handle. And that's what all my Guard Pro cameras have, is the larger SD card. It's not better or anything like that. It's just simply easier to handle. All right, that has camera number 5 ready. But what I'm gonna do while I'm here, because I can't format camera 3 because it doesn't work right, I'm gonna format the chip for camera 3 in this camera. All right, there we go, folks. Let's continue on with that same process for the next few cameras. Well, the deer have definitely been out and moving. There is some tracks, but so far just deer tracks. Look at this, guys. Wow. This is deer tracks. You can see here where 3 of them have been bedding down. That's pretty cool. They got a good spot here. All right, let's get back on the trail and keep going. Well, we're getting back here. Whew. I have to keep looking for my orange markers because I moved the cameras so many times. I don't want to lose track. Yeah, and back in here, it would be easy to lose them, as I have done before. Wow. Back into deep snow. But the deer will take advantage of my traipsing through here. I've got an orange flag over here. Is this one I just forgot to take down? I didn't think I had a camera back in here. Yeah, I'm seeing just this one flag. Okay. That's a problem. I'm going to leave that flag there for the moment. Just in case it's a flag I forgot to pull when I moved the camera that was right over here. I was toying with the idea of putting one back in here, but I don't see it. I don't see any markers for it. Darn, darn, darn. Okay. We may have a missing camera. So we've got 6 cameras to check. We've done 1 so far. Okay, let's keep going. All right, I'm actually quite sure that that last flag was a false flag. I'd left it behind when I moved the camera. Now, there's a set of tracks there that are nice, neatly spaced in a row. You see those going there. Those are not deer. When you're looking at deer tracks going through the snow, you see this kind of thing. These tracks are partly filled in, so I can't really identify them for sure. But I believe those are coyote tracks. Okay, let's keep moving. There is some interesting tracks. Whatever this was really jumping from one spot to the next here. Let's see if we can figure out what this is. Those are not deer tracks. As you can see, that's not a pattern the deer leave. You know, I think this is a fisher. They have short legs and they struggle to move around in deep snow, but they have to really jump, and they're very, very powerful animals. So my suspicion, by the looks of these tracks, is that this is a fisher that's been struggling going through the deep snow. There's one of our flags, so we're heading down this way. So we're coming up to the hill that leads down to the critter condo. Down at the critter condo is where the A60 camera is, the Guard Pro A60. It's my 4K camera, and it had a solar cell on it, but the solar cells just stopped working when it got so cold. But now that it's warming up, I have brought a solar cell with me. So once we change out its card and everything, we're going to reinstall that solar cell. But I've got to get down that hill over there, which may be a real challenge. Because doing a hill in snowshoes, I am not very good at. We'll figure out what we're going to do once we're there. Alright guys, so we are at the top of the hill here. So I have packed down a small area right here, and I'm going to take the snowshoes off and leave this camera behind and go down with just the chest mounted camera, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to need both hands to navigate this. All right. We're definitely working up a sweat out here. I'm gonna need my gloves too. All right, guys, I'm gonna switch back over to the chest mounted camera and we'll head down the hill. Hopefully it won't be too bad. We got 2 cameras down there to deal with. Let's see how it goes. There is lots of traffic here. That's good. That's what we want to see. There's our rope. Yeah, there's a well-traveled trail in a few spots here. Although it looks pretty quiet at the Critter Condo. Okay. Oh boy. This is going to be fun to get back up here. At least we made it down. So there's the A60 camera. We'll get the chip changed out on that, and hopefully I can get the solar panel up there as well. There is some action back here, but not a lot. All right, let's get things changed and then I'll get back to you. All right, guys, there's the solar cell up. You can see the red LED on, indicating that it's taking a charge. There's the camera. We'll get it closed up and reactivated, and then go have a look at the second camera that's over here, which is the E9. All right, folks, we got to the E9 and we have relocated it right along this path that seems to be getting used fairly regularly. And we'll see how that does. All right, let's climb back this hill and get out of here. This will be fun. Okay. Try to get over out of the deeper snow. All right, there's 3 cameras dealt with, 3 to go. All right, guys, so the GoPro 8 was looking very weird looking on the screen, so we lost some of that recording, hopefully not too much. We'll find out. I'll put a fresh battery in it, and then we'll go from there. All right, I'll get suited back up with the snowshoes, and then we'll start working our way along to the next camera. I think I may take a break here very shortly for a little something to eat and a drink. All right, we'll see you in a few minutes. All right, folks, we got a fresh battery in the GoPro 8, so hopefully it'll keep working. We are about to head down Dragon's Back Hill. Well, I'm pleased to see that there is some movement out here. Now that the snow is not quite as deep, but boy, it's heavy. These poor things with their little pointed hooves going through here. All right, here's this jumping kind of thing again. Let's see if we can get a look at a footprint in here. Yeah, you see what I'm not seeing is the kind of double pointed thing from the hooves of the deer. Well, whatever it was, it sure was struggling to get through this stuff. And I can understand that. Let's get back on the path. Yeah. Let's get back on the trail and find our way down here. So we are slowly closing on Bowmore down here. There's Saddle Stump over there, underneath all that snow. Okay, I'll see you guys at the bottom. All right, guys. So we are at the bottom of Dragon's Back Hill. On the Road to Nowhere trail, of course. And this is the spot where I was working to help drain here. So there's a ditch under here where there will be a bridge. So, yeah, we'll try to get across the ditch without ending up on our keisters. Did it. The snow is deep here. So we're coming up on the creek that goes under the Road to Nowhere trail right here, right under here. And you can see the creek there winding up through the trees, and that goes up to the Coliseum, that clear area up the top there. All right, we are almost at Bowmore. So this section under here, this is where the corduroy road piece is to help get us past the mud. We'll see how that works. I think what we might do is head over to Bowmore, where I've got a chair, and we'll take a rest there, have our lunch. When this stuff falls onto the snowshoes, it makes the snowshoes really, really heavy. This is where we came through earlier when we were hunting a few days ago for a spot for the new Peak camera. There's our chair in the sun. Let's go clean it off and have a rest. Well, this is a well-deserved rest. We've been out here hiking for a while. It's nice to see Bowmore again. We'll get back out here. Just going to be a little bit. All right. Nothing very fancy here. Not like Tucker and I, where they stop and break out a stove and cook something. But once Bowmore is done, we'll be able to do that kind of thing. Because it's just a little too much of a slog for me to carry too much equipment out here. Things just get too heavy. But, I mean, today is just beautiful. It's just a couple of degrees above freezing. The sun is out. What more can you ask for? So we'll have our little lunch break, and then we'll move to our last 3 cameras. All right. We'll see you once we get up the hill. Well, we're back in the equipment yard. There's the backhoe and our other stuff back here. The snow is not bad because of the trees. I can see our new camera over there, the Peak. We'll have a quick look with our wireless connection to see if we manage to capture anything. All right, I'm going to check this out. So this camera will not be on our monthly video as of yet. But we'll have a quick peek here wirelessly and see if there's anything on it. I just checked wirelessly on the Peak camera, and there is a ton of videos and stills. So that's really good. That's going to give us an idea of how this camera performs. So a review of the performance of this camera is coming up very shortly. All right, let's get farther down the path here. And we want to get to our E8 camera with the white flash. All right, guys, there is the E8 camera. And it's running off of a solar cell. It has a big rechargeable battery inside it. Not like the AA batteries, but a battery pack that's inside the camera. And it runs off of this solar panel up here. All right, let's get it checked out and we'll see what it's got. All right, so we're just checking on this, and it's really low on battery. It's at 37%, and there's lots of videos on it. So we will swap the chip out on this. Well, folks, there is the last camera done. So we are on our way back to the house. We're actually not too far away at this point. So we'll go through everything, and I'll put together the trail camera review for the month of February. I hope you enjoy it. All right, folks, thanks very much for coming along. It was a fun little walk. Not that little. Anyway, remember to stay safe out there, folks. Be good to each other, and we will see you out on the trails the next time.
Strolling far from home and horizon looking like a sunset dream. Midnight talking, water crashing, evening feeling like a postcard scene. 'Cause it's just us two, dancing with the moon, my arms wrapped around